Hello, and welcome to the BG24 Public Affairs Show. I'm Gary Malveaux, and this is DeMonte Quincy and Jasmine Burnett.
And on tonight's show, we'll be joined by a representative from the BGSU student organization Vision. She'll be here to tell us about the org and talk about their anticipated events.
Then later, we will be joined by Mark Vashalishin, the sheriff for Wood County. He will be here to talk about the expansion of the Justice Center.
That's right. Then later, we will be joined by two representatives from the BGSU organization, Tom's Campus Club. They will be here to talk about all their hard work and how you can participate.
Then we will be chatting live to talk about all things happening in the world of pop culture.
You wouldn't want to miss it. It all happens after the break.
With so many student organizations on BGSU's campus, it can be hard for students to know all the great ones we have to offer. Vision is one of the amazing student organizations offered here at BGSU. However, many students don't know what Vision is. Here with us is Michelle Mathis, the Interfaith Facilitator for Vision. Great to have you here, Michelle.
Thanks for having me.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. So tell us a little bit about Vision.
Vision is the umbrella LGBTQIA organization here on campus. We consider ourselves a social justice org.
And how did you get involved with Vision?
I got involved with a subcategory of Vision, Women Who Love Women, and I met a lot of my friends through there, and so I just started attending the general meetings, and here I am.
Did all your friends also go over to Vision, or are they still in the other organization?
Since it was like a subcategory, we have a lot of subcategories. I facilitate one of them. It's all intermingled. It's a very strong community here on campus.
So what are the other subcategories in, under Vision?
We have UMS, which talks about and discusses middle sexualities, so like asexuality, pansexuality, demisexuality. We have Interfaith, which is an organization that talks to students about how they can combine their spirituality and sexuality together. We have Intersections, which is what makes us us. You know, we have different intersections of our lives. And then we have Hue, which is our queer people of color.
Wow, those are really important. So tell us what a typical meeting at Vision would be like.
Oh gosh, it changes from week to week, but we talk about a variety of different topics, like oppressive systems and how we can fight that in a positive and meaningful way. We talk about what it's like to be a queer person on a college campus. We talk about self-care. We talk about different sexualities, like I said, with those subcategories and stuff.
And do you guys ever go on like field trips or conferences?
Yes, we just had a conference. It's called Midwestern Lesbian, Gay, Bi, Transgendered Ally College Conference. It was in Normal, Illinois, at the University of Illinois, and yeah, thousands of queer students gathered there.
Wow,
yeah,
that's so many. So what did you do? You just talked and discussed things, or?
Yes, there was a series of workshops. Actually, Laverne Cox, she's on Orange is the New Black. She was one of the keynote speakers.
Did you get to see her?
Yes, didn't get to meet her, but definitely heard her speak. There was a reverend who came in who was in activism for queer, teenage queer rights. Different workshops from all over the place.
Okay, and do you have any events coming up that you want us to be aware of?
Yes, actually, the week of April 13th, we have a huge week-long event. It's called Rainbow Days. Some of the things that are going to be there is on the Friday, we're holding a queer prom, kind of like if you identified that way and couldn't bring your partner to prom or something of the sort, you can have another prom. Bring your partner, have a good time. We're holding a clothing drive to raise awareness and clothes for homeless LGBTQ students. We have an art show on Monday, which we need art for. And then we have Robin Oakes. She's an activist in the LGBT community. She's coming in talking about middle sexualities.
You mentioned an art show that you need art for. So if someone had an art piece that they needed to put in the show, how would they send that in to you guys?
Well, can I say the actual email?
Yeah, definitely,
okay.
yeah.
You'll need to contact Gabby Winger. Her email is wingerg@bgsu.com. We take physical art, so that would be painting, canvassing. We take spoken word, poetry, anything, music. We have like a talent show, so anything that you would feel is necessary.
Do you participate in these things?
Yes, I help plan them. Last year I was going to perform, I sang, but I ended up not doing it. But I did attend and it was great.
Are you going to sing this year?
Maybe, we'll see.
What's your song of choice?
My song of choice? Oh, well, I guess the song that I was going to sing last year is called Cameron by Juliet Johnson. I was just going to do a cover. It's about a transgendered boy.
That's awesome. So when is this event again? Tell everyone.
It's going to be the week of April 13th, so I think it's going to end like the 17th-ish. So Queer Prom will be the last event.
And then when are Visions meetings for anyone that wanted to?
Visions meetings are held in Hannah Hall, so the Women's Center, at 9 p.m. on Tuesdays. We meet every week.
Every week, wow. That's really inspirational. Anything else that we should know about Vision?
We're a very safe community, and definitely we want every person who identifies out of the gender binary or with different sexualities, and definitely allies, so we're open to all.
You take everyone. Wow, that's great. All right, well, thank you for being here, Michelle. Stay tuned, because when we come back, Jasmine will be sitting down with the Wood County Sheriff.
Over the years, jails have been overpopulated. Here in Wood County, the justice system has transported its inmates to other counties. Putnam County, Ottawa County, and Van Wert County are just a few jails who has taken in other inmates. Here to talk about the new expansion of the Wood County justice system is Sheriff Mark Vasilishin. Good to have you here, Sheriff.
Great to be here. Thank you.
So, you proposed expansion back in spring 2012. How much was that proposal?
Well, we actually had several different proposals we were looking at, and we decided our biggest need was more beds. So we have a 75-bed proposal, of which we're taking the current Work Industries building and making that a 60-bed minimum housing unit. And then we're taking our current minimum housing unit and converting that to a medium minimum housing unit, and it'll be also a large female housing unit because we're very short on female beds, and that'll give us a net of 15 beds. So the total is going to be 75 new to a 149-bed facility. So it's almost a 50% increase in our size.
Okay, and when you say beds, so are we just rooms and then they just have multiple beds in them, or?
Right, the 60-bed is a large area that was basically a warehouse, kind of a production area. They used to do some minor assembly and assembly work in that building. So there'll be a lot of bunk beds, there'll be a day area for like exercising, there'll be a TV area, there'll be an area for the inmates to be able to buy commissary, to do video visitations, there'll be a classroom there because we hold different educational things for GED, religious classes, other programs going on. So all that will be going on in that new facility.
Okay, so the proposal was accepted. So when can we start, when can we expect these changes to begin?
Well, actually, the contractor is ahead of schedule. They originally said they would be all done by the end of September. And right now, the first phase, which is the 60-bed and the minimum housing unit, is going to be done. They're telling us July 1st, but they're actually even possibly further ahead if they can get some parts in they're waiting for. They may even be done in June. And then the other facility, they said they'll have that done in like a month. So they're really fast.
So is this like adding expansion, like new walls, or is it just?
It's reinforcing the one building that we're taking. We're doing the 60 beds because it was not heavy duty, so we're building concrete walls. And then the medium minimum is taking an area that has a lot of small rooms and small areas and opening it all up. The problem with that current facility that we have for our minimum housing unit, there are too many rooms and it's unsafe for the deputies and for the inmates because there are hiding places and issues. And the whole thing that PREA, which is the Prison Rape Elimination Act, is really pushing not having any type of cubby holes, that everything should be open.
Right. So you all transfer inmates to different counties and everything. Yes. So is that a hassle for the transportation when that comes about?
There are a lot of issues that brings up, not only the cost and issue of moving inmates to other jails, and then they have to be brought back for court dates, or they may have to come back to meet with attorneys. The other issue, it causes a hardship for the families, because when they want to go visit their loved one, and they may be, they were expecting them to be in Wood County, that's where they were sentenced, that's where they had committed whatever issue, crime they had committed, they would have to then go to Ottawa County, Van Wert County, Putnam County. They may have to travel a couple of hours to go visit their loved ones. So this is going to eliminate that. They'll be able to visit all the Wood County inmates right here in Bowling Green.
Good. So there's a rule that's saying people who have committed a 4th degree and a 5th degree felony, they won't have to be jailed because of overpopulation. Could you explain what a 4th degree or a 5th degree, like an example of that, would be?
Actually, they do get jailed. We used to be able to send those people to prison. Okay. And the state of Ohio was having an issue of having not enough beds in prisons, so they changed the rule that they would no longer accept 4th and 5th degree felonies. So that means they had to stay here on the local level. So they were housed with obviously no funding to go along with that. but we had to house them, and that's part of the reason why we had inmate places. There would be like minor drug offenses, maybe some thefts, some assaults would be felony 4s and 5s.
Okay. And, you know, you already said that you guys are already you know, ahead of schedule.
Yes.
So exactly what phase of the expansion is underway right about now?
The phase of really the hard construction of concrete walls, building different classrooms, and then the next phase will be doing all the software things, computers, phone lines, internet connectivity.
All right, and if people wanted to see, you know, the different expansions that you all have going on, could they visit, you know, the Wood County Sheriff website?
You know, we don't have any pictures on there. That's probably a good idea. Maybe I'll
Okay.
put some photos on there. So good suggestion. We
Or
can put some pictures
maybe you
of
could
it.
hire me and I'll put them up there because, you know, I'm
Absolutely.
graduating
Money's-
in
yeah,
August.
Sure, and you're worth a lot of money. You need a job in August. So
You know
we'll,
what? Thank you, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here.
My pleasure.
We're going to get some pictures put up, you know, for the Sheriff's Department, so we can get people to visit the website and see the different expansions that we all have. When we come back, DeMonte will be here with 2 representatives from the BG student organization, Tom's Campus Club.
As the school year is winding down, many organizations on BGSU campus are closing the year out strong. One of these organizations being Tom Campus Club. So hey, with me I have Rod and Alyssa. Can you tell me what is the Tom Club and the purpose it serves on campus?
Yeah, so the Tom's Campus Club, the purpose of that is to bring the Tom's mission, like their one-for-one movement, to our campus and then apply it to the community as well.
Okay, so this is a national campaign or a national club.
Yes, Tom's has as easily over 100 different organizations, Tom's Campus Clubs at different universities, high schools, elementaries, church groups, community groups, all throughout the country.
Okay, so you say they have these clubs throughout the country, and then when did BGSU Tom's Campus Club get started?
We officially started last fall. That was our first full semester on campus, and then this is coming on to our second year.
Second year? Okay, and you're the founder, and then Alyssa, what is your position?
I'm recruitment, so I just put flyers everywhere and do the Facebook page and try to get the word out there about events that we're having so we can get more people involved.
So before the show, Rod told me that next year you're actually the president, so are you ready for it?
Yeah, Rod has really high expectations for me, and I know that I can do it with the help of all the awesome people who are already involved in the organization. So I have high hopes for next fall.
So do you think Rod is leaving a legacy, or?
Oh, definitely. He's got so much vision, so much passion for everything that Tom's is doing, and all the ideas that he has are just super awesome, and it's so honoring to be like alongside of him with everything that he's doing and just being able to augment what he's trying to do on this campus.
Okay, speaking of many ideas that you have, great. You have this One Day Without Shoes event coming up later April, sorry. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, so this is our second year of doing One Day Without Shoes on campus. That's kind of Tom's big awareness day for the year. And so this is our second, we're doing a Spirit Week. The actual day that we're doing like One Day Without Shoes is April 23rd.
I might have to participate. I love Tom's shoes and I love Spirit Weeks. I remember in high school you have the Spirit Weeks and each day have a theme. So do each of the days of the Spirit Week have different activities, or what are y'all doing for y'all Spirit Week?
Yeah, so for Monday, we're kind of having a kickoff meeting. We're going to be painting feet and putting them on T-shirts. Tuesday, it's all about following our path and like kind of helping you get your path where you're going to walk started. Wednesday is really just like our last big push, kind of just like, hey, don't forget tomorrow, Thursday is One Day Without Shoes. Then Thursday is One Day Without Shoes for sure, and we're going to have a bunch of stuff out in the Union Oval. And then Friday we have like a Barefoot Olympics, as we're calling it, and so it's all about like just games and de-stressing before we get close to finals and just having a lot of fun. And of course we want to try to go barefoot for all of those things. Like you don't have to, but definitely to get across the point of the whole One Day Without Shoes.
Okay, as founder and president, I know you're going barefoot, but are you willing?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's really important to be aware of the situation that people in other places that don't have the luxury of shoes, like what they go through every day, because I mean even here we have nice sidewalks and usually things aren't too terrible to walk on, but there are people in other countries that have to walk miles just to get water on like rock paths and they don't have shoes. So just being understanding of what they're going through and the mission that Tom's is trying to share is really cool.
Yes, in American culture, we are fortunate to do have clothes on our back and shoes on our feet. And I remember last year as a freshman seeing, I remember your event and I was seeing students going barefoot. And it's a very pivotal moment on campus too, especially with an organization like Tom Campus Club spreading that awareness.
It's also really cool because like Tom's does give outside of the U.S., but a lot of people don't know that Tom's does give in the U.S. as well. So they're making that local impact in our country and not just giving to other countries and that aren't in our country as well. So they're making that local impact that we like.
So with this One Day Without Shoe event coming up in later August, or April, I keep saying August for some reason, sorry, A and A confused me, but later in April, what do y'all want to do differently from last year with the event? Or did it all go well last year, or what would you change?
It went really well last year. We had about 200 people participate. We won like the Tom's Barefoot Challenge. I think just more this year, more organizations, more people signed up. A lot of people that I talked to didn't know about the organization or One Day Without Shoes before last year, and so now that we've kind of like made that like, hey, we're here, hopefully this year we can just get more and more people signed up and the awareness out there, and just more participation. I think that's our biggest goal.
Bigger and better, yes.
Bigger and better. And you said that y'all won the Barefoot Challenge, so what was there any awards?
Yeah, so one of the really cool awards is that we were able to give 50 pairs of Toms to students on campus that participated in One Day Without Shoes last year. And so that was just really fun getting to decorate and hang out. There was a representative from Tom's that actually flew out and joined us for that event as well.
Okay. As PR chair over public relations, what are other ways students can get involved with Tom's Campus Club?
Well, with Day Without Shoes coming up, we're going to be doing a lot of making posters, like painting posters, and we're going to have a big one in the Union. So if people want to get involved, the real way to get involved is to get the word out there. So posters, flyers, spreading the word on Facebook.
You can sign up on our website, tomsbg.com, register for One Day Without Shoes there.
Okay, can you remind us of the date, April
23rd.
April the 23rd?
One Day Without Shoes here
One
at
day.
BGSU.
So if you want to spread the word, what Thomas Campus Club do, join them at April 23rd. I almost forgot the date again. And when we come back, we will talk about all things happening in the world of pop culture.
Welcome back to the Public Affairs Show. So it's discussion time, guys. Our first topic is very hard-hitting for me. So one of the members, Zane, has left One Direction.
Well, Gary, this is how I feel. And I'm saying this to all the little girls out there and Gary.
Plus Gary.
And this is what I want to say. If I can survive the breakup of B2K, NSYNC, and Backstreet Boys, then you can survive Zayn leaving One Direction.
Okay, it's like really hard for me, guys. Okay, I'm seeing them in concert in August.
And Zayn won't be there.
Zayn will not be there. He is the only one that can hit these super high notes. None of the others can do that. So like, how are they even going to cope? They say that they're still going on as a 4-piece band. I don't know if it's going to work.
Why was it 5 anyway?
Okay, this is what happened. They were all on the X Factor, right? And then like they were separate acts. And then Simon Cowell was like, you guys can't go on unless you're in a group. So Simon Cowell put them together, and he's like, you're now like One Direction.
I think that was too many for a group at first, and that's what happened with bands these days, or bands back then. Like, there's so many ideas, that each person have. So I think that was, Zayn probably got tired and he wanted to be solo now.
Yeah, it was also like the media too, because like a lot of people have been saying like that he's cheating on his current fiance, Perry, who's a part of the band's Little Mix. So like there have been pictures of like him with like other women, but like I don't think that he's cheating. I think it's just like he's with other. I mean, like that's his profession. Like he's in a band. Like he's going to be seen with other women.
Well, he said that he wants to be a normal 22-year-old who is able to relax and have some private time out of the spotlight. But as a famous person, even now that you're not part of One Direction, you're never going to have your own time.
And now he's doing a solo career. I just read on Snapchat today that he's planning on like recording things, and he's thinking of like rapping now.
Oh no!
I know. Yeah. It's,
no. Well, speaking of solo, my girl Miley Cyrus. I am a Cyrus fan. Okay.
You are?
I love Miley.
She came in like a wrecking ball.
She came in like a wrecking ball, and I love Miley Cyrus because she is about peace and she is about equality. And
she can't stop. She won't stop.
I just love Miley. Okay, I am Team Cyrus. Like I said, she's not afraid to say what she wants to say, and she recently called the governor an a-hole for she recently called him a-hole, and she said the only place that has more idiots than Instagram is in politics, and she was definitely referring that to the Indiana governor, because I guess he's making a law basically refusing service to gay people.
Yeah.
And he said that they're using a law it's called the Religion Freedom Restoration Act. So I don't think that's fair.
I don't think it's fair either. I think Miley's right to speak out, and other people are speaking out too. I saw that Hillary Clinton is one of the people speaking out. So What do you think?
I know other celebrities are speaking out too, but it is low-key discrimination, even though they use another word for it.
Yes.
It is low-key discrimination to the people of the LGBTQ community and
right.
people who are affiliated with those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People who have friends, like so many tell me if I go into, say for instance, if I want to go out to Red Lobster, I can't go because they won't be able to serve him. I think that is rude and I think
it's
that's
really wrong.
ignorant. Well, speaking of years and years, speaking of support or doing what they do big, Selena.
I personally don't know Selena, but you are like really obsessed with her.
It's not that I'm obsessed, and I just want to say big ups to Isabella because she's like, I want to talk about Selena, but she can't come on the show.
I know,
But
I wish Isabella.
Selena was one of the best singers for the Hispanic community, and you know today marks her 20th anniversary of which she passed away. She was murdered due to I guess like money disagreement with her and her manager, and so like Selena really set a high platform for you know others, for other Hispanic women. And I think J-Lo got her breakthrough when she played Selena, and she did a wonderful job at that. Since he doesn't know anything about Selena, do you remember like your favorite Selena song?
I didn't have a favorite Selena song. The reason why I started paying attention to Selena because first I thought Jennifer Lopez. I didn't even know
Thought Jennifer Lopez was Selena.
I thought she was, and I thought it was about Jennifer Lopez. So I thought Jennifer Lopez was Selena, and then my mom was like, "Oh, Selena died and stuff," because this is before I seen and I thought Jennifer Lopez was Selena. So I love the movie. I think it was well played, and Jennifer Lopez did a great job.
Yes, I think this is actually one of the greatest autobiographies about someone else's life. That I'm glad it wasn't in the hands of Lifetime or VH1, but they did a wonderful job, and it was just like speaking. It just spoke to me. It was really sad, and I loved it, and I wish it would come back. I'm going to watch Selena when I go home.
What's your favorite Selena song, really fast?
'Cause I'm dreaming.
I remember that from you.
Of you tonight till tomorrow.
All right.
That is not fair. You don't embarrass me
I'm
on
sorry.
air. Whatever.
We'll be right back. Welcome back. So I'm still really like blown up about this One Direction thing.
Oh my gosh.
I wake up every morning and I'm like, Zayn's no longer in One Direction. I'll listen to One Direction songs and I'll just be so disheartened and sad because Zayn isn't in it anymore.
What's your favorite One Direction song?
Oh, my favorite One Direction song is Happily. Like you probably don't know it. It's
No
like
one
on
knows it.
I don't
their
think
album
so.
Midnight Memories.
You know-
Like Story of My Life is my favorite one.
You know what I'm
That's
going
such
to
a
say?
good video. I watched that the other day
You
and
know
I
what
was
I'm going
like
to say
in
about One
tears.
Direction?
Yeah.
One Direction go north, east, west, and south, and I still wouldn't care. That's all I got to say.
You know, people have been making those
not-
jokes all day,
I don't-
going two separate directions. Too soon, guys. Too
Well,
soon.
where's Zayn going? He's going south because he's no longer there. So
He was going solo.
he's going solo or south though.
South though?
Solo,
Make up new
south
words
though.
today.
He can only go one direction. I'm just joking.
Not anymore because he's not there. You'll live.
Will I live? I don't
You
know.
will.
It's been hard for me.
It's okay. I enjoyed the show overall.
I did too. Your interview with the sheriff was very nice.
Yes, hopefully he hires me so I can actually like put photos up
Yeah,
on the website.
You need a job.
If he did, I would be like, wow, I didn't know this was serious. I didn't know
crazy.
it was serious.
You were crazy.
Toms.
Oh yes, and I don't know if y'all found the connection. I really like my interview segment, but the connection with your segment, with the representative from Vision,
Yes.
and then the Miley Cyrus standing up for
Yes.
against the governor of
Yes,
Indiana.
that is great. I like how we all did that.
Yep. Well, that's our show for tonight.
Thank you for joining us.
Have a good night, everyone, and remember to tune in next week, same time and same channel.